My toes are a little tingly. I don't know why. Hey y'all, this is Beauty Manifested and I'm Danny the Teach and I have a word for the day. Listen up. So this is going to apply for dating and this is going to apply for business. So I'll start this off with this. You need to be intentional with your life, because when you know that you are destined to be a certain person, you are destined to be successful, you are destined to have a gardening empire, you are destined to run your household like a goddess, whatever your dream is, okay? When you know that, you need to prepare. You need to prepare. If I know that I'm going to run 6-figure businesses, 7-figure businesses, 12-figure businesses, whatever, I need to prepare. I need to be studying accounting. I need to be studying business structure. I need to be studying business law. All of these things. I need to be networking with business lawyers. I need to be networking with accountants. I need to be moving in a way that prepares me for the life that I know that I am destined to live. And here's why. And this also applies to dating. If you are not a good steward of your blessings, you will throw it away every time. The opportunities are all around you. And I know this because things are always falling in my lap. Like, this is just lucky girl syndrome, whatever the case may be, but things are always falling in my lap. I was born to the perfect family. I always meet the right person at the right time. And so there's been times that I got something that I really wasn't prepared for, and it created, I think I've spoken about this before, but it created a lot of stress in my life, because not only was I experiencing like quote unquote imposter syndrome, which is just kind of like lack of belief in yourself and whatnot, but I actually was an imposter because I had gotten the opportunity based on just my charisma and luck alone. And I really didn't have the skill set to manage this business. And so I had to rapidly acquire the skill sets while I was already in the position. That's stressful. And then same thing for a relationship. If you do not have the skill sets, if you haven't done the healing and you're just not in a good space mentally, you don't really love yourself, you're very insecure and you're jealous and you don't know how to communicate properly, none of these things, the perfect man, I tell you, the perfect man, the man of your dreams, like a god, a king, like the whole thing, he could fall into your lap and you're gonna mismanage the relationship every single time. And I believe everything happens for a reason, so y'all don't take this the wrong way. I'm not living in the past, but I've had some really good men come across my plate, fall into my lap, okay? I've encountered some good men. They were good to me. They really, really were into me. They wanted to have something serious. They were communicating. They were handsome. They were all these things. Even like my first little love or whatnot, I still think about him to this day, and he's doing really well for himself. I'm like, damn, I mismanaged the hell out of that. I'm sorry for cussing. But like, why did I do that? But it's because I really just didn't know any better. And that was the best that I had at that time. But if I had known, and I'm going to raise my daughter so different, they're going to know the game. They're going to know the game. And any mistakes they have is going to be like, I knew better, but I didn't do better. I really didn't know better. I really didn't. And I wasn't asking for advice either. That's the issue. Because you know who did know better? My mama. You know who did know better? My aunties. But guess who I didn't care what they had to say. I was like, la, 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 la. Yeah. So it was just me making a bunch of silly mistakes and really not knowing any better. And I mismanaged the heck out of these relationships. There's been business partners I came across. People who wanted to be my friend, like just so many situations. And for whatever reason, maybe it was just like self-sabotage, lack of self-love, whatever, I mismanaged the relationship. And I didn't know, like, even for example, if you meet someone who you really admire, they're doing well, and they invite you somewhere, girl, rearrange your schedule and go. Because if you don't go, you might not get invited again. And if you just don't know who's going to be there. And especially when I was in my toxic boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, like, there were times that I missed amazing opportunities because I was like just sad and depressed about my relationship. And so I didn't want to be around people when I needed to be around people, because having that insight and perspective would have helped me leave that relationship, because I would have seen that I had so much more to live for than this trash can, right? Times I was just tired and I went to sleep. And like I said, like, I know everything happens for a reason. I'm not living in the past, but going forward, if you prepare, if you train like it's already yours, then when it comes, you can hit the ground running. You can hit the ground running. I know I'm gonna be a wife. I know. I mean, like, come on, be for real. Have I met my husband yet? No, but I know I'm going to be a wife. And so I'm studying relationship skills. I'm practicing my communication. I'm trying to be a more compassionate and empathetic person instead of just being selfish and only wanting to have my needs met. I'm assessing my gifts and what do I have to give to a relationship? What are my natural talents? How I'm building my life and chasing my purpose, or magnetizing my purpose, so that when a man shows up, he already can see how he can support and help me. Because if your life is a hot mess and you're all over the place, and a man's purpose is to serve you, you're not really giving him a place to serve, because you don't have anything going for yourself. Like, he feels like there's nothing he can really like add, and there's nothing he can help you with, because you're just a hot mess anyways. And I mean, this is for successful women. Like, a successful woman is gonna want to help you in your pursuits and help you to be the best version of yourself. But if you're not even trying to be the best version of yourself, it's kind of just like, you know, it's difficult to you know, they don't want to have to build you from the ground up. They just want to be able to add and upgrade whatever you already have going on. So work on yourself, work on your brand, work on your business, work on whatever, work on yourself. Be the most highest quality version of yourself that you can be. And in that way, when you meet up with a partner, it just makes sense. And you already have the skill sets to maintain a healthy relationship, instead of meeting the guy and then trying to get it together to make the relationship, quote unquote, work. That's not a good plan. And same thing for business. Like, learn those foundational things. You're gonna need to know accounting. Even if you hire a bookkeeper, even if you hire an accountant, it's not wise to not have any idea how money works or what's going on with your money. You need to know how to budget. You need to know how to be good with money. You need to be organized with money. That's the most important thing, because you're going to have your bookkeeper and everything. But even then, you should be having them send you your books so you can review and analyze it, because you need to know your numbers and you need to know what's going on in your business. You need to be organized. Get organized and the opportunities will come. And this is how you fight impatience. There's no need to be impatient. You just keep on working on those foundational skills. And that way, when you blow, you blow. I have a friend who I went to school with. She's not a friend. There's a girl I went to school with and I know her. And she blew up on TikTok. She has over 1 million followers and she's doing amazing. And as soon as she blew up, she was going, because she had already been studying social media. She had already been planning she already had a business plan. She already had everything laid out. She was just waiting to blow. So when she blew, she knew exactly how to manage the platform. She knew exactly what to do. And now she's been maintaining, growing, blowing. She already had a product to offer. She's doing great. And I love the way she did it. A lot of people have one viral video and then that's it. It's a one-hit wonder. But I don't know. She was a good steward of her blessing, because the opportunity is going to come. Like, that part is promised. We know this. Like, be for real. We know this. The opportunity is going to come. It's like a numbers game. It's like, okay, we'll refer it to dating now. In business as well, like, the opportunity is going to come. If you make 100 sales calls, somebody's going to buy. Even if it's just a fluke. If you call enough people, somebody's going to buy, literally. Even when, like, because I am in sales, even when I'm like not trying at all, sometimes I have somebody who I call chasing me down trying to get the policy, and I'm like, I don't even want to do it. That's why I wasn't like, sometimes you are really on top of it and you're following up every single day. You call that person 12 times before they finally buy it and you're really chasing the sale. Sometimes you're not even trying. You're just calling people just to like go through the motions. And then people are chasing you down. If you call enough people, you're going to make a sale. It's like a universal law. If you date enough, if you go outside enough, you're gonna meet somebody. You're just going to, like, you're just going to. People who are like, oh, I'm gonna die alone. And like, I feel like that's just an intrusive thought. Like, your thoughts are not you. Sometimes just throw them in the trash can, because I don't know where that thought came from. I be having some weird thoughts. I don't know where they come from. I'm like, who is that? Because it can't be me. But, you know, so sometimes you'll be like, oh, like, what if I die alone? Impossible. Unless you're just constantly pushing people away. And then it would be an intentional thing that you're doing. You're like, I don't want to have a partner. Even if you don't say that out loud, you're in your head, you're thinking, I don't want to have a partner, because it's impossible that you're not going to meet someone who will marry you. There's so many people in this world. Somebody will marry you. Come on now. So make sure you're prepared. Make sure you're prepared. Your desire is going to come. Your desire is just a preview. Build up those skill sets so that when it comes, you can just hit the ground running. You're ready. No stress, no delay. You already been living like it was here for the past 5 years. It ain't nothing. You already been doing this. It just happens to be manifest reality now. But you've been doing this. This been who you are. Like, this ain't nothing new. You feel me? So that's the word of the day. Do what you love. Go for it. 1000%. And be patient. It's not even, just keep going. You're going to have to wake up anyways. Why think about how long it will take for you to acquire the thing? Because the time's going to pass anyway. I love you guys. Have a beautiful and blessed day.